Well, hello little minions, it's me, Beau coming to you today with a weighted blanket. Yes, join me in the bedroom if you will. Don't worry, we will keep things appropriate. I'm gonna be sharing with you a few thoughts if in fact you are considering a weighted blanket. Now, right here, I have the dimensions in the description below, so if you want to double check and see exactly what kind of blanket I got, the description is down there and everything, but just keep in mind, this is a queen bed. And if you get the dimensions that I got, it's gonna go right to the edge. Now, normally you want to blanket sort of overhanging, because once you actually snuggle under here and you're kind of up like that, you see how much it drug back from the edge right there? So initially I thought that would kind of bother me. However, this is what I would recommend. I would go according to the dimensions that I post below. But in this particular case, I don't actually like how it goes to the foot of the bed right here because for this reason. Now, when you're sleeping on your back, your feet are up like that, right? And if you have a weight on your toes, it kind of curls your toes down like this. It is not comfortable at all, unless of course you're a ballerina and you're used to sleeping with your toes straight out, like this. I don't like that. I don't like a lot of weight on my feet. A quilt, a blanket, whatever is fine. But when you have a 15-pound blanket filled with little kind of lead beads, I actually don't know what kind of beads are in here, then you don't want that. So this is what I would recommend. This is on the bed lengthwise right here, but I'm gonna show you what this actually looks like when we rotate it 90 degrees. Wow, you'd think that a 15-pound blanket would be no big deal to, you know, meander around your bed, but watch this, it doesn't flow. It just flops like Jabba the Hutt. And so if you turn it 90, oh man, if you have a bad back, don't do this. I know it's only 15 pounds, but it's deceptive. You actually think, oh, this will be easy to handle, but then in the middle of the night, when you're really tired and you go to turn over, you don't realize how much energy it actually takes to move under this thing. So once you're under it, you're fairly locked in place. Granted, you can move, you won't be smothered, unless of course you're really super frail, but for that reason I would not suggest the Hypnoser weighted blankets for children. It might be a little scary for them. Even for me, the initial impression was I felt like I was, you know, being smothered and hugged, which of course is supposed to ease anxiety. So it's gonna take some getting used to. So maybe wear it for a nap or something like that. But anyway, back to the point that I was just making right here. Do you see how I turned it 90 degrees? Now there's not as much space down here. And so when my feet are under here, like this, it's not actually on my feet anymore. And now my feet are still warm because the purpose of this is not insulation, it's weight. That was the interesting thing about this. Huge discovery, which I'll share in just a moment. But anyway, turn it 90 degrees so it's not on your feet and it just won't hurt your ankles so that your feet can kind of flow and do their dancing thing when you're sleeping. Plus, what this does is it adds an additional amount on this side over here. So when you're under here, look, there's actually still space right there to kind of roll around underneath and everything. So turn it 90 degrees and just get it off your feet. That would be my humble suggestion. Now, I would actually recommend this for this reason alone. When my wife slumbers, she sleeps with a lot of blankets on her, and I've always teased her because we have a fan in here, we have the air conditioning on sometimes in the dead of winter. Right. My inner self is just like, oh, honey, you have a lot of blankets on. I mean, indicating that you're cold, and you have the air conditioning on and the window open and the fan on. What's going on here? I can solve this really easily by getting rid of some blankets and closing the door and closing the window, and it just all evens itself out. But here was my main discovery. It's not about warmth when your spouse has a lot of blankets on her. It's about security. Aha! So now this thing is going to pay itself off in terms of energy bills. I'm so happy because now I don't have to, you know, have it freezing cold in here in order to compensate, because this right here is the weight that she needs. Again, it's 15 pounds. She's about, 130 pounds. 5 foot something. I actually don't remember how tall she is. Don't tell her. I remember her anniversary though, so. Me, myself, I'm about 170 pounds, 6'1", so we opted for the 15-pound blanket, which I would highly recommend. And it fits on our queen bed wonderfully if in fact you turn it 90 degrees. And so with that being said, from this weighted blanket from Hypnoser, 5 out of 5 stars, highly, highly recommended. I don't know where these things have been all my life, but they're finally here and they can finally give, especially my spouse, a little bit of comfort and security. I don't know what it is with the weight, but it just kind of presses you into the mattress. Initially, the first night, honestly, I kind of had a sore back because I wasn't used to having additional weight on me. It's incredible just what a few pounds can do to kind of push you down into the mattress. And so kind of woke up being a little stiff, like, oh man, this really prevented me from moving. So keep that in mind. If you're stiff the first few nights, again, ease into things. Don't just go into these things cold turkey. Always ease into things, especially when they have something to do with your health. So that's it. Hopefully these small hints, tips, tricks are beneficial in determining whether or not a weighted blanket is for you. As you can see, it folds up like that, and it comes in a nice box that is 15 pounds in weight, right to your door from Amazon.com. The link is in the description. My name is Beau. Catch you later.